So in our industry, an art director would do his or her own production design. He would be doing costume as well, and he would be doing the production design. He would be doing sketches for the locations. So that is one aspect. Another thing is there is no visual effects supervisor, whereby he or she would take care of the shooting and go on the sets and probably help out cinematographers or probably direct those particular shots so as work becomes better. I'm not saying simple, but better. And there is no person like visual effects producer. So a director or production house really doesn't know who to go to or where to get our work done from. So as I said, there are 4 or 5 key players. So everybody will probably go for that particular deal, whereby they are getting their visual effects done, they are getting audio done, they are getting editing done. So there is no visual effects producer who would take care of, so all the things are happening in a better and a nicer manner. So that is a huge difference.
I think you touched upon the resource constraint back in India, but what about the infrastructure in the animation and visual effects space? Do we have the requisite softwares, hardwares to compete with the global animation industry for that matter?
Oh yeah, all of it. You can get anything and everything. So the hardware and the software is not the limitation at all, but the thought process is. But now there are schools like Supinfocom, which is there, which is a great school for animation. There are better design schools, which is even MIT School of Design, Abhinav Kala, then Symbiosis. So, we would rather get some better resources in some coming years. But hardware and software, yes, it's all available.
So what do you gauge this industry's future to be in India?
We would love to think that it's good. But it is, in a way. It has gone through a pretty rough phase, in my opinion, for right reasons. So it's not an industry as shallow as to think of it as a bubble or whatever. So there was no burst or anything like that. Some of the people mistook it for the way it should function. So there were quite apprehensions in terms of the kind of pay that you would get, or whether it's a lucrative industry or not. Then we were reading about this industry in every newspaper in terms of numbers and the kind of growth percentage which this industry has. But I think it has come a full circle now, and people have started to understand the kind of effort that needs to go behind it, or the key reasons or the key aspects of setting up any animation studio or to get the work done. The great thing to contribute to this factor is a lot of studios in Hollywood have started their own shops in India. Be it Digital Domain, be it DreamWorks, be it NPC, which is Motion Picture Company, or Sony Imageworks, Mill Effects, you name it. Everybody has an offshore office in India. Rhythm and Hues, who have won a couple of Oscars. So our people have seen their working style, not there, which is, it's not only theirs, but which is the right working style or right approach to approach animation or visual effects. So there is a fair amount of education or awareness which is growing. So after this, I think it's one way that I see which is up.
Great, that's a very optimistic scenario to look forward to. Coming to Pune is supposed to be the emerging hub for animation, and in fact, it's one over the rest of the pan-India. It's supposed to be the animation hub. What do you think are the advantages of Pune to get this kind of a stature?
Well, as I said, there are better colleges in Pune. There is a better resources, which is a key factor that I see. And whenever that Anand was with MCCI, so he had one saying all the time that I would like to repeat, which is art and culture combined with IT is animation, and for which Pune is the best place to be. It's one art and culture has been associated with Pune for a longer time, and to think of it in a historical point of view that every city smells for something. So Pune smells for art and culture and the leadership. Bombay would smell for glamour, and Delhi would smell for politics. But Pune has, I think, all the ingredients to create that storm in terms of resources, in terms of the availability of the space or infrastructure or whatever it should be.
So it's good to know this, but we need to elevate Pune, I'm sure, to the world-class, platform for it to become a world-class animation destination. So for this, what do you think are the initiatives that we should take up? You're also heading the Chamber Committee for Animation, Visual Effects and Gaming. And as a co-chair of that committee, what are the kind of initiatives that you're taking up in this particular area?
Even co-chair is one factor, but I would like to call myself as a volunteer. In last 7 years, there have been several awareness programs that we have run. One of which is CG Meetups, which happens bi-monthly, whereby people or the students get to interact with the industry and get to know how they really function or one particular studio works for and how with. There have been Animation Day, which we have been celebrating for last 4 or 5 years. This is from the standpoint of educating people or the students per se, and to attract other studios. As I said, there are some who have come to Pune, so which were like, Jump Games was here, was still here, Ubisoft is here, then Supinfocom came to Pune, which was supposedly going to Bangalore. So making them aware of the infrastructure or the resources that we have is one aspect. Another aspect is to get the better education and for the students. So that is what we are trying to do. It's a long way, and moreover, what MCCA is trying to do is, the way I see this business is very collaborative. So we are trying to get all the studios in Pune together, talk to each other on a daily basis, understand each other. And there is also a sense that, sharing of knowledge, that is what we have tried and started doing it. So probably one studio would talk to another studio for the one particular thing that they do best. And that is how the way it should be. So that is a huge step forward, that there is a dialogue between the studios in Pune. If not the committee, then we would not have known that there are 42 listed as in the private limited companies in Pune catering towards animation, visual effects or gaming in whatever the capacity. But 42 is quite a big number.
So do you see there's scope for people from other professions like software, IT, fine arts to take up animation as a career? And if yes, then what kind of opportunities lie ahead in this domain as per you?
Oh, well, yeah. I think Girindra Kasmarkar is sitting right here. I met him first, I think it was in 2007 or 8, 7 probably, when he was the president of CSI. And there was a panel discussion about IT in entertainment. And I was one of the panelists then, and where I met Anand Khandekar as well. But even from that time, we have been saying that this industry is not only for the people who can draw well. It's a full-blown industry, so all the ingredients are necessary. Technology is something that we depend on daily, in and out. So we would want people who are from the technical background, or let's say a programming background, to be a part of our studio, because that is the core of it. Artists are, again, the second basic component that we want, because those are the people who can think, who can ideate, who can visualize. So anybody who is a fine art artist or a designer, we want those people. A digital inclination is something that you can easily acquire. It does not take more than 2 weeks to learn any software, any program. If you don't know the theory of it, then it's of no use at all. So there is a place pretty much for everybody. Absolutely. Even if it's a fine art artist, even if it's a BE computer engineer or BE IT or whoever that is. Of course, some creative inclination that they want to work in this industry. But yeah, it's quite accommodative, and there is an opportunity for people who can come to our studios, because for the same reason we have been taking lectures even in Cummins College and COEP, asking people to come down in this industry and to work with the animators, because all the softwares that we use are all open source. It's now simple Python scripting, and with it we can do wonders. So we can customize our own program to our own needs, by which kind of animation or visual effects that we would do are our own, So there